Welcome back to Bumfuckers, everybody.
Did you almost say Kibbs Studio?
Yeah, I did,
Yeah.
almost, yeah. I was like, what? Wait, he does the intro for Kibbs Studio, yeah. But yeah, welcome back to Thumbfuckers and more infamous Second Son. This is the last one of the, hopefully, commentaries that we have to do, but this is the last one we have recorded so far,
yeah,
so yeah, so it should be. Yeah, there's the beginning of every episode.
Yeah.
Fuck up. Oh, this is the boss fight episode.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Which,
Okay.
yeah, you walk into the TVs and it's like, once it gets
TV
there,
ad.
yeah, like, oh fuck.
This isn't Doom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember you were like, it's very Doom-esque. It's like, yes, it. Yeah, that's an episode I watched about a week ago of on your channel of you and Max playing Doom. It was like Crucible.
They're in the
This
Crucible.
isn't Destiny.
This isn't
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah.
It's kind of a running joke with me now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think even on our playthrough that we've gotten so far on Destiny, I've made a recommend.
You said this isn't Doom. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You did say that in one of them. I can't remember which one, but yeah, it was said. He Who Dwells is the name of the boss. Which, yeah, getting through all these parts was always super annoying. And he's one of the longest boss fights because he just doesn't take
You gotta go in and out.
damage.
In and out,
Yeah.
You know?
And he doesn't take damage all that much. Plus, he throws a bunch of ads at you, and they're super annoying. But no, he just doesn't take a lot of damage. Like the final boss, once we get there, he's gonna. I mean, she's a tough lady, but she'll take damage better than this. But then again, I'll have more abilities, and they're gonna be stronger too. So.
Right.
And I'll be like full on like hero mode by then. So it'll be the highest Paragon level I can be.
Maxed to the
Max karma level of goodness, so that'll be nice, because then I will have all my abilities fully upgraded for all powers too.
It's always nice to be fully upgraded.
Which it seems like the power that you use the most against her is the video power in there, in the battle arena that you fight her.
So was that the video that killed the radio stars?
Yeah. But it's the way they do the final boss fight. It has the abilities where you drain stuff. Makes sense because there's like some broken like stuff in like two corners where it's smoke that keeps coming back, and then there's like some neon signs that are part of the rubbish too.
Oh, okay.
And then on the other side of the room are like the 4 or 5 like video stuff, because there's like TVs on the wall, because it's like a big conference room is what it's like. It's like a huge conference room where you could sit like 100, hundreds of people. It's a pretty neat ring, especially because of the power she uses in there and stuff like that. Her attacks are very cool, so it'll be cool once we actually get to fight her. But honestly, I don't know how many more boss fights we have left in this game after He Who Dwells. I really can't remember.
Yeah.
It's like
She got a decent arc there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Mika had a little didn't want to come back inside moment. Yeah.
She had hold of something. I don't know what it was. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was a stick.
It looked like a stick with some leaves on it.
But like, it was by the barbecue pit up against the wall, so I didn't know if it was like a snake or something. Because it was, those little grooves and crevices.
Right.
Little bitch.
She was so intrigued by it that, yeah, she decided to bite you whenever it's time to come back in. Like, she's like, nuh-uh.
But just to let you guys know, she didn't draw blood. She just gnawed on my hand.
Yeah, it was more of a, hey, let me go.
Yeah, it's like, I know what you're doing. No.
Yeah.
She does the same thing, too, sometimes when we go to work. We both go to work in the morning.
Uh-huh.
We have to put her out in the pen outside. She does the same thing sometimes, too, then, too.
Oh, trying to get her in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no dog likes a pen very much, so...
Especially a pen they can't get out of anymore.
Yeah. Or if it's, there's just some dogs that are never happy with pens, even if they're nice big pens, like...
It's pretty big one.
Yeah, that was a good size, yeah. Like, my grandpa's dogs have never really freaked out, but their pen, the pen he has for his dog, is pretty dang big. Enough for him to where he could run around in it, So So that's nice. We wish that we could make a bigger pen for our dog, but like at the old house, the entire backyard was for our dog. Just
right.
like that's what we had, just an entire backyard for the dog, fenced-in area. So that was cool.
That's what
and
we
they
want,
just run around.
but it's like $1.5 grand.
Exactly, it's expensive, and the way our house and our yard is set up and everything like that, the pen we have for the dog will do just fine. It can also get into the little shed we have right there. There's a little door it can get into.
Oh, okay, nice.
And it also can be warm or like safe from weather mainly in there. We have an electric blanket plugged into the house via an extension cord, a very heavy duty extension cord.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Like it's super heavy duty. So it's heated up by a heating blanket. Like right now we have that plugged in. Like as we sit here doing this, the dog is very comfortable and warm because that blanket is about the nicest dog blanket I've ever seen, especially a heated blanket. The thing is nice.
She'll move and I look at her and she'll just stare at me.
Yeah, she's still pouting a little bit.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So you'll be all right.
I have 2 kids before you, so I mean,
yeah.
This is nothing for me.
It's like, yeah, you get to hang out inside too. Not all dogs get to, like our dog doesn't get to. Yeah, too bad I'm not a huge pet guy. I don't really think I'll have a pet unless my future lady or my kids want a pet. Then cool, you know. I'm not gonna be against it. I'm gonna be like, oh, pets are stupid, or you know.
I've always had mostly cats my whole life. We had a couple dogs when I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
But
when I was very little, we had a little litter.
Litter.
Yeah, when I was very little, I had a tabby cat, tomcat.
We did too.
It was my mom's cat, and she named him Tigger, and he was the coolest fucking cat ever. He was so awesome. Like
Ours was named TC for Tomcat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like holy shit was that cat smart, and also very good with just people in general. It wasn't really like a cuddler. It didn't like cuddle with people, but it didn't attack people or anything like that. If it just wanted to be left alone, it'd just get away. It was just like
That's what the outside cat at my parents' house is like. She's a big fucking cat.
Like our cat, whenever it's annoyed and gets away, it'll like its ears back, like it's freaked out, like scared, run away. Tigger was just same face as he was sitting there laying down, getting petted, and he's like, all right, I've had enough of this. Still just straight face, just annoyed, like jump down and walk off, and then if you'd go to like grab him or something like that, then that's when he'd run. But it was still the same look on his face. It wasn't even like a spooked look or anything. It was like, it's just like
get away from me,
it was more of like he'd look back like, and he'd squint a little bit like, motherfucker, like you're gonna make me run. And he wasn't a fat cat though. He was a very skinny cat because he was potty trained for outside.
But we all know cats like to be lazy. So
yeah, that was another awesome thing about him. We didn't have to have a litter box and smell cat smell. Like we have a litter box right now for this cat because even when we've let him outside just to like be outside. Because he can defend for we will never declaw a cat.
I don't like that.
Like he could survive outside because he's half bobcat. Like
oh yeah, so, definitely he can be outside.
Yeah, he can be an outside cat.
Oh yeah,
but he's an inside cat and he goes outside and stuff like that. The reason we don't let him outside super often is because he'll get worms from eating grass and shit like that and other things that he shouldn't eat, or he'll eat so much grass he ends up fucking throwing it up all over the house.
Yeah, you know.
So that's why he doesn't go out there a shit ton.
Animals do that. They're just trying to for their digestive tract BS, but
yeah, which we have them on a diet food that's doesn't upset their stomach or anything like that, which we thought he was gonna hate it and just not eat, but loves it. He's just like nah. He fucking loves this food, so it's like good. We have him on a diet food he likes, so so he's been on it since we got it, and it only calls for a scoop a day, and that's all he'll eat. He doesn't even eat the whole thing. And it's like
with this one, it's easy to feed her. You just fill her bowl up, and she'll eat a little bit here and there.
That's good because not all animals do that. They just scarf it all down right away.
Huskies are built that way.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, that's just instinct for them because they're out in like cold, harsh environments. They might not get food for a while.
Right. Yeah.
So they're gonna keep it and they're gonna save it. And they're gonna make it last.
Yeah.
Which they're also smart enough for like a domestic one to be like, well, they feed me, they give it to me every however often, So they're smart enough to know like I'll make it last this long. They give it to me here, and
Which is kind of funny because it's usually we don't put more out until there's very little left. Or we notice there's nothing in there. We'll make a full scoop.
Right.
That's it,
Yeah.
So.
The cat just and we can't give him a lot of treats either, because if we give him too much turkey, whenever I'm making a cheese and turkey like hoagie for myself, give him too much turkey, he'll fucking throw that shit up everywhere. I'm like, motherfucker. So now I don't give him very much. Or he gets these little like snack treats, they're like crunchy on the outside, but they have like chewy stuff on the inside. That's a soft inside anyway. It's not chewy, it's just a soft inside. Too many of those. If he eats too many of those, he'll throw up too. Which, I mean, he gets like, my mom will, or my little brother will drop like 6 or 7 of those motherfuckers for him in the morning. Whenever he asks me for him at lunch, I'm like, here's 3. Because you've already had like fucking...
Here's 2.
You've had 6 or 7 of them already today, you little asshole.
Yeah.
And he doesn't get any after lunch. Like, he doesn't, because he'll beg us for fucking food whenever it's dinner time. But he always goes up to my mom or my stepdad, because whenever I'm eating my dinner, I'm just like, I don't know what to give him, one, because I don't want to drop it on the floor and him not fucking eat it. Yeah. So I don't know what to give him, so I don't. I just eat my food. I'm like, I'm sorry, asshole. This is people food.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's people
and it's food. Like, and I know I give you turkey sometimes, but that's just because you jump up and he'll start to like put his claws up there and try to climb up there, and if he starts to, I'll like push him away. I'm like motherfucker, like, because my mom hates the claw marks and stuff, so she'll be like, get down.
See all these marks here?
Yep.
It's from our last cat.
Nice. You guys still have a cat?
No. She we had to put her down last year.
Oh.
Or last
Too
year.
Too old?
Yeah, we've had her for like 9 years.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Daddy duty.
Check that out. Yeah. Oh, look at that. The story, guys. Getting a new power. About to. Little ones get upset at night. It must have been a nightmare. Nightmares are no fun. Oh man, look at Eugene. He's not having a good time. Not having a good time. Oh, there she. Oh, that bitch. She's right there. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's when they crash. Yeah, he got away though. He was the one with the giant swords at the beginning of the game in the ground. He did that. Oh.
He was all twisted up in a ball.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, like his...
Just uncomfortable.
Yeah, his blanket was all like wrapped around his legs and everything.
Yeah, I said to the people watching, I was like, hey, he was like, little ones have nightmares sometimes, maybe the nightmare. Yeah, not too happy about it.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That tends to happen to little ones every once in a while.
Oh yeah. I remember a couple times I woke up when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
Scared, fall off the bed.
I'd always jump awake, just like like, oh shit. Like there's one time I had a nightmare where we were on like this sloped like hill shooting fireworks off for some reason. And it was like a country road. We were at my dad's for some reason, even though my mom and dad had been divorced, but we were all there. Mm-hmm. And my little brother was in a stroller, and he starts going down the hill, and a diesel's coming from the other direction. And right before they hit, my mom flicked my light on, and I woke up, and I was like, my heart was racing. I was like, holy fuck. Yeah, that was a nightmare for me.
Yeah. There was one nightmare I had. I remember one time it was creepy as fuck. It wasn't anywhere near Halloween, and I'm pretty sure I didn't watch any scary movie. And I was a kid, maybe my oldest, about 6, 7, maybe 8, it's like that. But I remember walking through these woods, and then this weird old looking lady comes up and says, "Here, I can help you find your parents, yada yada yada, civilization's this way, yada yada yada," and so you start following that way.
Right.
Next thing you know, I'm like waking up in this witch's cauldron, and I'm getting cooked, part of stew and shit. Right before she has this club right before she smacks the back of my head, I wake up.
None of my nightmares have ever involved something happening to me. They've always involved something happening to my little brother. So
Yeah.
I must worry about my little brother a lot for some reason. That's what I told him before when he's like really mad at me and stuff like that. And I'm like, all my nightmares have always been about something happening to you because that means I love you.
It's a good rebuttal.
Yeah, I love you. Which he gets mad at that. I'm like, I'll say I love you, and he's just like, shut up. He calls me gay a lot. he truly he believes it so much. Because he just calls me gay all the time. Because I tell him like, oh, I love you. I'm like, oh, there's my little baby. When he comes home, I'll just like do this voice where I'm like, oh, there's my little baby brother. And I'll get a little bit of stutter in there and stuff too. And he hates it.
Yeah.
And I'll like try and give him a hug before bed and stuff. And
he's
like,
at that teenager year though. We calls everything gay. Like, you're being gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's called stuff gay since he was like 6 or 7 years old.
That sounds about right.
Well, it was more like 8 years old because he was a happy kid ever since he was born up till about 2nd grade. Happy and positive all the time. 2nd grade, all of his classmates and the parents of his classmates and other, older people, just started treating him like fucking shit, just all the time, like teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
The kids and the parents of these kids started doing it because, well, it was a jealousy thing. Because he's very naturally good at sports, and for some reason, kids get, kids are kids, and they get butthurt about stuff. Because in baseball, he just he doesn't get he doesn't get set out much, especially baseball. Just like that doesn't happen because
if he's a good player, he's a good player.
He's a good player, yeah. And he loves baseball. He has been set out before because enough kids have complained, like enough parents have complained about that happening, which would always piss my mom off. And she'd tell the coaches like, I've already went through a kid not sitting out all the time, me, because the coaches were afraid to play me because of my heart stuff.
Yeah. So
I'd get played, and the way the rules worked back then, I would still bat every inning. I'd still bat every time I came up. I didn't have to play out in the field to bat. But I wouldn't go field until like the 5th inning. But our team was so good, we'd run roll in by the 3rd inning. So I'd bat like twice, and then that's all I did that game. So it was real fun stuff. So my mom would just get super mad anytime other parents would cause their complaining would cause my little brother to sit out, and she'd tell the coaches like, I went through years and years of one of my kids sitting out all the time. So she's like, so I think it's due time that now my kid gets to play all the time.
Yeah.
Which the coaches didn't want to. They were just like trying to get these parents off their ass.
Yeah.
And which my mom doesn't confront people and say stuff like that because she's just she doesn't want to deal with it. She's just like, I'm not going to deal with their... She's like, it's going to be a waste of time because they're stupid. It's going to be a waste of breath from me. She's like, I'm not going to deal with it. She's like, I have more important things to worry about. Like,
she's pretty positive about it, really, yeah.
Yeah, I've got too much of my dad in me where I get angry about those things, where I've said things to people before. I'm like, hey, how about you stop treating my little brother like shit? Or posted stuff on Facebook. Like, I'm really tired of these coaches being fucking assholes to my little brother. And then I'd get people that comment on there saying stupid shit, and then that's a whole hellstorm of me just being like, because they'll be like, oh, he's cocky or he's arrogant or like he has an attitude problem. I'm like, he has an attitude problem because everybody's a fucking asshole.
Gotta go check on him.
Yeah, it's getting that time of year. So he thinks he just lost his powers, but we're getting them back. Getting our video powers is what we're doing. Oh, look at that. Yeah, boy. Heck yeah. I was just telling them in the story where he thought he lost his powers after he got the new one. Right. So he had to go get his new powers. So he had to, get the core relays. So, yeah, now I have the, whole invisible thing.
Oh yeah, the whole technodrome or technograde.
Yeah, fun stuff like that. So, but yeah,
Does your reticle change every time too, or is it still
for
that
each
same?
for each ability it's different because
That's what I
like
thought, yeah.
the smoke is like a little circle one. This one's square. I don't remember what the neon one is.
I think it was more of a
I think it's like a parentheses thing, like like a dot in the middle, maybe.
or was it like an octagon in a way or something?
It might have been. The concrete one is very octagony.
That's probably what
a
I'm
bunch of
thinking of,
sides.
yeah.
Once we get the concrete one, it's very different. Or the concrete one might just be a dot. I can't remember exactly. But no, the neon one is. I think the neon one is. It looks like a boob basically. It has the yeah, like what people do in text for boobs.
Yeah.
It looks like the parentheses with a dot in the middle. I'm pretty sure. I think that's at least what it looks like. But no, this one's square because this one is the full auto ability. Like if I hold down the shoot button, like with the neon, it's just like a big laser beam. The smoke is like little bullets, and this one's like a just like you video the shit out. They like the ad, yeah, but the melee was super cool.
Yeah,
this is the strongest melee in the game by far.
See, I like the sword.
Yeah, each one has a special thing to it, where it's like the melee of this one's the best. The neon is the best at like subduing people, or like if you're evil, then you could quickly, if you shot them in the right spot, then you would kill them instantly. The smoke one is best for, really, it's just best for just basic stuff, really, just simple things. Most of the time it's just like quick energy. Less energy gets wasted off of abilities and stuff like that with smoke. And then concrete, you don't really have a lot of energy for it, but it's like actual attacks of shooting and stuff like that are the most powerful. Melee, surprisingly not, though. It's still the sword stuff where it's melee. It's just like it just fucks people up with the video power. And then the travel is probably a tie between neon and the video. Because with the video one, you can just fly up a building super fast.
I don't think we've seen the travel version.
And then you can glide. Yeah.
Video yet?
I showed off just a tiny bit. It wasn't a whole lot. And then like the neon, I mean, you just run forever up anything. It's just a really fast way to get around. But the video is really useful because you can get up a building just like that.
And you travel through monitors and...
Yeah, if you go up to like a satellite, you can shoot off of it really far away. So that's pretty cool. But the neon one's just like, oh, run on anything. And the smoke one's like, oh, here's a little vent, I guess. I mean, just...
a vent right there. I just saw it, actually. Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, I like the way they all drain and stuff, too. It all looks really cool. Like, the neon's really pretty. The video all looks...
8-bit. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, and then, the smoke's just like someone inhaling a bunch of smoke through their hand.
Somebody reverse vaping.
The electricity one from the first two inFamouses was, instead of just one hand like Dyson does, both hands like this, and the lightning would just soak into him, but not just his hands, it would all over. Just
okay.
Most of it would go into his arms though, but some of it would like be up in the shoulders and the neck and stuff.
Palpatine in it.
There was a part of inFamous 2 where it was storming after you beat one of the bosses of the game. It was a guy who could turn into a giant swamp monster. That was his conduit power. And he could turn other people into smaller swamp monsters. That was his conduit ability. So, you beat him, and after that, you're fighting, like a bunch of other like monsters and stuff like that. Still swamp monsters around and things. And conduit, and then like the bad conduits that have copied like the Ice Girl's powers. They've turned into giant ice monster people basically, and you're fighting a bunch of them, but you're going somewhere to do something and it's storming, and because of that you can drain electricity from anywhere because you're draining it from the fucking storm. And it's awesome because you just drain and lightning bolts would just come down on top of you.
Out of the satellite there.
Yep.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now.
And yeah, it has wings, so the coolest the travel that looks the coolest
is this one.
Is by far the video. Which which the gliding where you like hover. The smoke one looks really cool because smoke is coming out of your hands.
Yeah, you actually
the
have,
neon,
like,
it just looks like your hands are glowing, and then the video just looks like your arms are covered in like digital stuff.
Yeah, it didn't look that impressive.
The concrete one basically has a bunch of concrete like tornadoes under your hands while you do it, so that one looks just kind of weird. But it's so cool.
Out of place for.
Yeah. Just like I'm hovering with rock powers. Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
But and then like with Cole McGrath in the first two, it was lightning came out of his hands, just like. But yeah, we now have the video powers, and yeah, I was just showing the gliding around and stuff, which I can only use it like 2 or 3 times until I upgrade it a bunch.
Right. Yeah.
I can use it more, but yeah, I can go up the wall just like. And it's not upgraded, so I can't go up the entire. But it's the fastest way up the building by far. Oh, and thanks for watching Thumbfuckers. Toodaloo.